Good evening, Costa Mesa, Eastside Costa Mesa. This is Jeff Pettis, your City Council candidate for District 6. Tonight we're going to talk about public safety. I haven't talked a lot about that in these videos, and I want to make sure and hit on it tonight. I think that public safety is the number one priority for national, state, and local government. If there's one thing that we should be doing as a government, it should be to protect the people. So in that vein, what I want to do is talk about Proposition 25. Just to start out, you should know that all of the progressives, Mayor Katrina Foley, her person, Jeff Harlan, John Stevens, Manny Chavez, Arliss Reynolds, and Andrea Marr all support Prop 25, and I am not in support of Prop 25. So what Prop 25 does is it's basically taking away the constitutional right of people that commit a nonviolent felony to be able to be released on bail if they can post it. What it does is it creates zero bail and it makes it permanent. That's really important to talk about. It'll be permanent. If that goes through and it's voted in, it's permanent zero bail. And the supporters of it believe there's inequities. People that are of means, of different classes, have more of a chance of being free if cash bail is in place. That may or may not be true, but what the proposition is and what it's doing to replace cash bail is they've come up with this system that is an algorithmic mathematical program. It's actually very similar to programs like on iTunes that predicts what kind of music you like. Netflix predicts what kind of movies you want to watch. Even some of the dating apps, it tries to predict what types of people that you would be attracted to. That's the same algorithm, very similar algorithm that it would be put in place to judge whether or not a person who's been arrested for a misdemeanor or nonviolent crime will be is eligible for bail or not, or should be released or not. So that would be replacing cash bail. So the supporters of that are all the people I just mentioned: Foley, her person, Jeff Harlan, and the rest of them. So why is that bad? Well, we had a look at it recently in COVID-19. They had a zero bail initiative that went through. I believe it ran from April through August, and the data came out, and 33% of people that were released on zero bail reoffended twice, 3 times, and on a few cases, sometimes as many as 6. So I think it's the duty of us as people that govern the city to make sure that the city is safe. So I've had people come to me. I have a story that recently somebody told me online that we were talking about initiatives back and forth, and they said, "You know what, Jeff? I don't even allow my daughter and my kids to go down to the Starbucks on Newport down by the hotels because there's too much going on with too many sketchy people." And on these crimes that I think that we're talking about in our district, in District 6, we're talking about low-level crimes, drug use, these hotels that have people that are loitering in and out of jail. A lot of these people, actually, Alan Mansour talked about this briefly in one of the city council meetings I watched over the Zoom call, that all of the sheriffs and most of law enforcement oppose the zero bail initiative because what it does is we have a duty to protect the citizens out there. And if you take away cash bail, what you're doing is you're taking away the accountability that the offender has to come back to court. So if they've been released on one of these algorithms, say, hey, they're not at risk for reoffending, and then they're let loose, the chances of them coming back to appear in court for what they have done is very low. So I think that it is a bad call. I'm not saying cash bail is perfect. It does, if you have means, you are more likely to get released on bail. But I go before that, look, if you don't want to, if you're worried about, don't break the law, and that's the first step. So I, as a person on the city council, my duty is to protect the people in my district, and the misdemeanor nonviolent crimes are the very crimes that the people in my district are concerned with: drug use, loitering, package theft, vandalism, all the things that are directly represent the concerns of my constituency. Therefore, I am against Measure 25 or Proposition 25. Again, I want to say that the entire other side, Foley, Arliss Reynolds, Chavez, Stevens, Marr, are all in favor of Prop 25. And it's very important to me that I make that distinction when we go to vote here. It'll be next week. You want to be voting for people that are in the interest of your community, and I don't think that that serves the interest of this community. If you vote me in, which I'm hoping for your vote, I am concerned with the needs of my constituency. Please vote no on Proposition 25, and please vote yes on Jeff for City Council District 6. And I appreciate everything, and you guys have a great night.